So we're doing some video today. We wanted to kind of go over what the key points of our brokerage. So I just want to open it up. We're just going to talk a little bit about why you guys joined, what were the key points, and how your experience has been so far. So who wants to start?
I'll go first since I was first on deck. I originally came to Mag Real Estate because I was looking for a broker that would be supportive to me. I had been paying all the crazy fees, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't even look at those lines why they were appealing to me. What was really appealing to me was having a broker that would have my back, day or night. I had never experienced that.
So that's interesting, and that's one of the things that is we're kind of trying to figure out, right? Is like the compensation package is really good. It's half of what the big brokerages are, but it seems like the more I talk to people, the more it's about, hey, I need support, I need help, I need to learn things more than the money. Because if I'm not capping, then what does it really matter?
It's a package deal, though. I mean, you just can't have somebody who supports you but doesn't help you with the compensation part as well, because on both sides are very important. So if you don't have a broker who answers the phone, that's a no-go for me. If you don't have a broker who understands that making a living in today's market is difficult, that's important to me too. The fact that I'm paying $100 a month at a big brokerage and I don't have a desk. That's just every month I get to pay $100 for, and there's no value in that. Where with your brokerage with MAG, I can come in anytime into our office downtown. I can bring a client in there. I can do business in there. There are 0 desk fees per month. I love that. To have a cap that's half of what I had before. I now have like this feeling of I can do it. I can cap one day. I can be one of the people that cap one day. And before I didn't feel like that was something that I ever could achieve, you know?
And now I'm looking for, how many more sales do I got to make, and then I cap. Because after I cap, I get a half a year of full income.
And do you feel more confident in getting clients?
Absolutely.
Because now you have somebody that picks up the phone 24 hours a day and says, hello, how can I help you? What do you need from me today? Not, did you look that up on your training video before you wasted my time? You're not getting that. You know what I mean? Because that's what you get. And they may not say that, but you definitely feel it when you're on the phone. Like, did you look at your other resources before you bothered me at 8 o'clock tonight? Yeah. Matthew doesn't say that. He says, hey, what you got going on? How can I help you? To me, just really, so much relief.
And there's two different categories really of agents out there. There's those that are experienced and really don't. The training and that sort of thing isn't as key, right? Because they know what they're doing. And then there's those that are brand new that are just looking for the training. I need somebody to talk to, or just somebody, hey, I'm filling this out. I think I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just need you to say I'm doing it right.
That's exactly right. I mean, I never thought that I would be able to sell or buy homes for people in my first year. Mm-hmm. And it's not a lot, but it's, 1 or 2 when I thought I wasn't going to sell anything. And the only reason that is because these people right here. I would not have been able to do it where I was before. I didn't feel connected. I didn't have the collaboration. I didn't have the invaluable insight. I felt confident enough to be able to relay information to my clients based on this brokerage right here.
You really get lost in a big brokerage sometimes. Like, you feel like there's so many people, how can I feel so alone?
There's no connection.
But you really do. And when you have this small brokerage and you walk in and someone says, hey, Stacy, how was your vacation? How was your and Bruce's anniversary? Like, that just makes you feel like you're part of something bigger and better, and something that they really care about you. That you're not just a number, that they want to know that you had a great vacation and they care about your family. And to me, that was another important aspect of it. I'm downtown. I don't have any desk fees. I have an amazing team. My broker answers the phone. My split is lower. My cap is lower. To me, that was a no-brainer. Of course, it did take me a year, right? A year to decide that. And truly, it put me behind. If I would have just decided that.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
If I would have first gone with Mag a year ago.
But, everything happens for a reason.
Mine was truly based on faith. I was completely at my wit's end. I had gone through all of this training, which I felt didn't go along with what I needed. And I remember just crying. just crying, going, I don't think I can do this. And I've told everybody, I've got my real estate license. Now I'm not going to do it. And then literally their postcard fell out and I looked at it. And then I went on to TikTok, which I don't really do TikTok. And I see this girl right here doing a turkey call. And I had just been turkey hunting with my husband now. And I was like, that's it. That's the realness that I needed. That's who I need to surround myself with, are people that are real and people that are willing to help pick you back up and put you right back on the path that you were meant to be on.
I think that it's lovely that you said that, because I feel like when we do get new agents and they start coming to our meetings, one of the things that they all say is like, y'all really do mean what you say. You all want to help each other. Like, you don't hide anything from each other. If there's something that works for one of us, then we tell. We're just down to earth, and there's no secrets at our office.
We're not competing with each other. We're not going up and ringing a bell
We're
if
bringing
something
each other.
happens.
We're bringing
Yeah.
each other up. We sincerely love each other and bring each other up and support each other. At the end of the day, for me to have somebody that actually I know has my back 24/7 is a valuable.
And leadership starts at the top for me.
Yes.
It always starts at the top.
Yes,
And when you have somebody who has a certain level of doing business, and that trickles down.
it does.
And so that permeates to us being good agents, moral agents, somebody who really truly is looking out for our clients, not just for our commission check. And I feel like that he sets that example for us.
He does.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I was completely intimidated by your genius. I was
I don't
like,
know if I
oh
call it
no,
that,
I'm not on that level. Oh wait, he can't spell this word, but I can. I got you. No, but I can text him just for a quick answer, and he gives it to me. Either one of them. We have a brokerage group text where we just tell each other everything. Meaning, oh, where do I find this form? Or how do I do this?
What
Or-
inspector
Or do you have an inspector?
Oh, do you have an
Yeah,
inspector
yeah.
who can do drywall at 10 o'clock at night before the house is supposed
Yes.
to be vacated the next day?
Or hey, what am I supposed to look for on that broker contract that I don't see on another? So we
Right.
help each other out
Yeah.
with those little bits of information that when you're all alone in the big brokerage, nobody tells you those things.
Or they'll tell you they'll get back with you, and then 3 days later, after it doesn't matter anymore.
I know. And
That's the
and-
hardest thing to explain
embarrassing.
to people is like, because every brokerage recruiter out there is like, we're a team, we're family,
But
right?
we
I mean,
are.
everybody says that, and you're
different.
right. Every agent that has come to a team meeting, and we invite agents even if they're not with us, like, come check one out. Everyone afterwards has gotten back to me either by text or phone later and said, you guys really are a team. Like, they're shocked by the fact that it actually is what we say it is. And I know there's, concern that, well, as you grow, it's not going to be like that. And I don't see that happen. I don't
Not
see
at
that.
all. I mean, even when we went to that conference, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, we all had our own table, and a fellow realtor that I know, she was like, do y'all always come together to these things? Yes.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
We should like
absolutely
each
do.
other.
We do.
We like each other,
We do.
and it feels good to be surrounded by support.
And we go on trips together.
Yes.
And stay overnight and try to light fires that we can't light.
Matthew doesn't go on trips with
He
us.
doesn't go. Listen.
He can barely handle us talking over each other.
2 hours in the office once a
But-
week is all I can handle. with
That's
the group.
right. That's right. But I will say, when we do have our office meetings, we'll have a lender or, an inspector. They get 15 minutes of time. After that, it's all about training, going over contract information, new
Updates.
rules, laws, regulations, things that are pertinent to successfully grow your business, not just hearing every vendor under the moon and getting fed. We really actually train.
And instead of being a gigantic group that you can't ask a question in,
Yeah.
it's a smaller group. So
Yeah.
we have more one-on-one, and we can say, hey, can you explain that further? And we don't feel like we're taking up the time for the rest of the group because it's just us. There's so few of us that
We feel
Yeah.
comfortable enough asking the
Yeah.
questions we feel that others might not ask.
yes.
There.
Yeah, I mean, when I was first starting, I felt like after trying to ask a question a few times when I was brand new, I just stopped asking because there weren't answers, right? And you're like, and they might say, like, well, why didn't you reach out? Well, I've tried that before and it didn't work, So you just get to that point where you're like, I just don't really feel like I can ask a question, and to me, that's crazy.
So I think before people,
I'd rather have you bug me at 9 o'clock at night than do something wrong. I mean, that's just that doesn't help anybody.
No.
But you've
So-
made it feel comfortable to ask questions, whether I personally think the questions I'm about to ask are dumb or actually highly intelligent. You actually want me to,
Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather have you
because
ask.
that's how you learn.
Yeah.
It's exactly how you learn. And that's what I was not getting at the previous brokerage I was.
I want to interject this too, that because we are so family-like, that nobody's embarrassed to share a struggle. Like we
Yeah.
all are so open about, this is my struggle, I don't know what to do here. Everybody's like, oh, I've had that experience, let me help you with that. So I feel like I don't want this to sound like we're all just rosy and cupcakes and cookies and everybody's just happy, gleeful all the time. If you have a struggle, everybody's very vulnerable, and I know for sure you don't get vulnerability at a bigger brokerage
You
because
don't.
we do that.
They have office hours.
Yeah.
We don't, especially if it's an emergency and you're cared about. You're cared about, and I think that strengthens your ability to run your business the right way, being cared about, and knowing that you can get the answers you need to be able to run the business.
I think a lot of people feel like, they're ready to give up. They're ready to be done. They're throwing in the towel. This is hard,
Yeah.
because they're not getting the support and love from their broker and from their teammates, because it feels like competition.
Right.
And here it doesn't feel like that competition. It feels very supportive. And you want to keep going because you're rooted on by your teammates. And they're like, hey, I have a listing. Why don't you do this open house for me?
Yeah.
Hey, I have this client that called on a listing that I have. Would you like that? There's so much more like sharing.
Or hey, I have to go out of town. Can you?
Yes.
Can you cover
Can
this
you go to
closing
closing,
for
yeah.
my client?
But the cherry on top, seriously, is that there is a wonderful office that we congregate at. We don't have any office fees. We do have a CRM. It's 80-20 split until you bring the brokerage to $9,000 and the rest is yours at 100%. That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And that's not even why I joined MAG. But think about the money you'll be saving and the guidance and care you'll get. It's a win-win to me.
So we're talking about what appeals to agents, right? And so we've gone over the help, right? The mentorship that you get. We've gone over the monetary gains, the team atmosphere. What have we missed? What else is there?
I don't know, but I feel like you know it because you're looking at us
Mhm.
like,
I
let's see
feel
how
like-
smart you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought somebody was going to come up with something really cool.
Intimidation!
No, I was totally fishing. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm just trying to bullet point the ideas, right? I mean, you get mentorship, you get training, right? I mean, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but at our team meetings, there is far more training and information than there is at other ones that you've been to.
Okay, I'm going to say it then. Success.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have the training and you don't have that nurturing, loving feeling that we all give each other and support, you can't reciprocate that.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and then when you reciprocate it makes you successful. Like that's just, you reap what you sow. So I feel as an agent, every time I've been in closings here lately, and the agents are like, "Gosh, you're so nice. Thank you for being so nice and kind." And because honestly, it's not that way all the time. And so because you project it on us, it not only gives us the ability to have that confidence, but we also share the love of being kind to other people. It just trickles down, and that trickle makes you successful.
Kind and confident.
Kind and
Kind
confident.
and confident. And you have a really good way of breaking down things very simple. I remember calling you about a negotiation tactic or whatever, and he was like, Autumn, you break it down like this. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm like, oh.
Does this make sense?
It's Just
Take all of the emotions out of it.
Yes, because we get in our own heads.
And you just use the tools that you've given you. And not only that, as a new agent, you're told you have to be like this and you have to follow this person and you have to see what they're doing. And, you know,
and then you're trying to act like
then
somebody
you're trying
else.
to act like somebody
Yeah.
else. Well, you know, I'm me and I learned
You're
a
the
certain
original.
way.
Yes.
And that's what I think we're here, why I like being here. Is because we're all different.
Yeah, I didn't like hearing that. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do it the way that it's always been done. Do it like this. I'm like, but that's not me. That's not authentic to who I am. How no one was willing to put the time in to invest in me to see who I was and how I wanted to do business and then support that.
Right.
And I feel like I get now. I actually, to myself, I understand more who I am as an agent, who I really want to be, and I have a better vision of that. And now that road is a little more clear for me to follow now.